Hi, everybody. Good morning to some people, good afternoon to others, good evening to others. Welcome, everyone, to today's session. I'm just going to wait a couple more minutes. I see more people are joining. Feel free to tell us where you're joining from in the chat. I see we have some of our participants already doing so, which is great. Jason, Austin, Christopher, and Kirk, nice to see where you guys are joining. Seems like all from the US. We'll see you there as well. Amazing. We even have people in San Francisco from India. Amazing. Welcome, everybody. We're going to get started in a couple more minutes. I'm just waiting for everyone to join, whoever's joining us today. I'm curious how many of you were at our last AI webinar. Feel free to let us know as well in the chat if you joined that previous one. Great. So it seems like most of you were here for the last one, which is great. If you missed the last class or the last webinar, don't worry. We should have the recorded version up on the website. Okay, we'll just wait a couple more minutes and then we'll get started. In the meantime, I will also open up our first poll of the day. So let me know if you guys can see that. Feel free to answer that while we just wait for everyone else to join.
So the question was, to what extent would you be willing to allow AI to handle your problems? So let's see. I say full. I want AI to take over my job so I can sit back by the Tel Aviv beach and let the AI do my job for me. What do you say, Meira?
Sounds like a nice option.
Sounds like a plan.
I wouldn't mind.
Cool. So that we kind of got a partial automation. Fair enough. Most of you guys are doing one partial. Fair enough. You guys are all hard workers, unlike myself, maybe.
I mean, also most of our participants came to the last webinar and they're coming back again. So we know that they're hard workers and interested in AI.
Indeed.
So yeah.
I see Ellie has joined us. Hi, Ellie. If you can hear us.
Hi, how are you?
Good.
Great.
Meira.
We're happy
Hi,
to have
Jason.
you.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for being with us today.
Cool. So I see some of you changed your votes there from full automation to partial, from full to partial. Yeah, I see what you guys did there.
Nothing gets by Jason, not even AI.
Oh, cool. Cool. I think let's stop sharing. There we go.
Perfect. Should we get started? I think, and anyone who joins will just join us again. We'll have this recorded and uploaded so you won't miss anything, and neither will any of your friends who's supposed to be here and are running a couple minutes late. So hi everyone, and welcome obviously to our second part of our two-part series for our AI Masterclass. This is the interactive workshop. Just as a reminder, my name is Meira. I'm part of the customer success team. I'm your host today, and I'm joined by Jason, who you all know and love, who's part of our customer success enablement team. And also Ellie, who's our product manager for AI, is also on the call with us or on the webinar today. So it's great for all of us to be together and be speaking with you guys.
Hi.
Ellie, go for it. Also nice to see a lot of you are participants and users we've had before, which is great. Always happy to have you all back. I will go ahead and share my screen. You'll let me know if you can see it. Hold on. Should be good. I think we're good. You can see it? Yes, perfect. So as I said, this is our second part of our two-part AI Masterclass series. This is our hands-on workshop. Just a little bit about the agenda today, a series intro. We have an Atera AIT brief, a setup brief, some simulations, and Q&A at the end. Just in terms of the Q&A, like I said, we've got a whole Atera team here to help you with any questions and really provide value on this webinar today. So if you can put any of your questions in the Q&A feature within the webinar space, it just helps us keep everything together and make sure we get to answer them. I think we'll do some as we go through the webinar and some we'll do live at the end. So just so we can coordinate that and make sure we get to all of your questions. Like I said, this is a two-part series. We already did the intro last week, and this is now the hands-on workshop. A lot of the intro spoke about just the setup, what you need to have ready on your Atera console just to be able to use the AI functionality. And today we'll kind of be doing the hands-on stuff. Again, we can go through anything from that, just touch base and review it a little bit just to make sure that you have everything set up and ready to go. Just looking at Atera overall, I think we also spoke about this last week, but just to kind of drive the point home, as Atera of an all-in-one AI-powered IT platform. Obviously, we're offering the autopilot and the copilot from our AI offering. The autopilot, just as a reminder, is more your first line of defense. What we like to say, maybe the invisible tech or the technician with superpowers who's being able to answer a lot of the questions for your end users. And any of those that the autopilot can't answer can be escalated, and also can take care of a lot of the issues, let's say, that you find maybe a little bit tedious, time consuming, only because they can be solved much faster, let's say using our AI, and you can really solve more of the complex issues. And then the co-pilot is more within our platform, so things that you see in like the ticketing features, those kind of things, etc. So we'll go into more of that in a little bit. Obviously, we also offer Atera for Windows, Linux, and Mac. And then it's kind of as well, our AI, let's say, is baked into the whole product. So, of course, we have our RMM side, our PSA side, and the AI is utilizing both and marrying the two, taking information that we get from, let's say, from all the monitoring from the RMM side, and then using the ticketing portion and the customer portal or service portal, and then using the AI there as well. So on Microsoft Azure is where we use our AI model. We have an enterprise grade system, security and compliance, and then of course data analysis. So let's set it up. I'm going to stop sharing this just for a minute, and I'm going to move my Atera console over here. Just give me a minute. Okay, let's see if I can just move this. Okay, bear with me 1 second. Great. Before we get started, any questions? If you have any questions, feel free to put them in the Q&A. Perfect. So I'm going to share my screen again. Hold on. Let's just see if it's going to allow me to do this. Okay, so we should be able to see my Atera. Yes, you can see everything here. Great. So just a little backtrack again from last week. What we're going to be doing today is looking at more of the autopilot mainly, and what that kind of offers for your end users. So just in terms of that, I'm using the internal IT version of the platform. So firstly, you'll just see sites here. If you're using the MSP version, everything will be the same. The only thing that will be different is you will have customer portal here instead of service portal. So this is where we're looking to get everything set up. Again, last week I did show you guys how to get all of your, let's say, your end users' credentials out to them. If anyone has any questions on that, feel free to let me know and I can always review that. But just in the meantime, we'll look at the service portal. So here is where you'll find all the configuration that you need for your end user to access the AI, the autopilot, and kind of solve some tickets on their own, giving them some independence and also allowing your technicians to focus on the more complex work that they actually need to be doing. So just in terms of the portal that your end users or your customers will be accessing, it's this URL over here. You can copy it. I have ours over here already, but you can copy and paste it and send that to your end users. Something else which is important for today's session, and I just want to make sure all of you have that set up, is you should have this AI assistant functionality over here, and this will allow you to use the autopilot from the end user's perspective. You need to have this toggled on. As I showed you last week, I'm going to have this hidden, this hide new ticket button to limit ticket creation. Again, this really means that the user has to use the AI functionality before they start, before they just open a ticket on their own. So this is really forcing adoption, or let's say encouraging adoption, maybe is a better word. So I'm leaving this on just for now. But again, if you had to take it off, you would see the option to add a new ticket within the portal, but I'm leaving it off. Something else we also mentioned last week is this is where you would find the software, which is, let's say, pre-allowed for the end user if they need to download anything. Again, we'll come back to this in a minute. So we're going to start off with the first scenario. Jason, if you can share that with us. If you have that on you, otherwise I can type it as well.
My apologies, I don't currently have it. You can, I
No
can do the next
worries.
one.
No worries. So the first one we're going to do, let's say, I think is internet issue. So I will just, hold on. I just have another window from Goldcast. Perfect. So let's say I have slow internet. Again, just something else to mention is if you left that checkbox on earlier, you would have an option to have ticket creation here, create a new ticket, but I specifically left it off. Something that you'll see now, what happens is I've sent this question to the AI or to the autopilot, and this is the response that I get. Now, just as a reminder, it does do the checks in the background. As I mentioned, it's marrying the RMM side of things with the PSA side. So you can see it did some kind of a check in the background. And let's see the answer that we got. So it says, I understand you're experiencing slow internet. To better assist you, could you please provide me more details? For example, is the slow speed consistent or does it fluctuate? Are you experiencing issues with websites or specific ones? Okay, it's just sent it twice, but no problem there. I will say slow when I try to load. Let's just see it load YouTube. Now, again, you can see it's doing all of the checks in the background. And again, your technician isn't going to have to go and actually access this user's laptop or go and check the internet. It can do this all on its own. It says, I see there's specifically an issue with YouTube. Are you experiencing it on all devices or just on your Windows computer? It's asking a whole lot of things. Let's say let's say on all devices. And let's see what we get out of here. Okay, so I see the issues with YouTube on all devices. This could be related to your network settings or your internet service and any other applications, et cetera, it's going on. So we could continue playing with this. I just want to show you some other things, let's say, surrounding this. Firstly, it will open up a ticket over here. So you'll see that it's opened up a ticket. Let me just refresh this. And just for clarity, this is what my end user is going to be using, and then this is the ticket that the technician who's using a Terra is using. And you can click into here. You can see it's made a full ticket, etc. And we also have the AI assistant or the co-pilot in here. So I think for now I will just say everything is fine, so we can move on to the next one. And I will add a smiley face just to test something within our sentiment analysis. Let's see how that does. You're welcome, Jay. Glad to hear everything is fine. If you encounter any more any more issues in the future, don't hesitate to reach out. So that was a really nice response. Let's click resolve issue, and that closes the ticket. Again, if you go into here and I refresh this, we should see that the ticket was resolved. Great. And if I click back into tickets, I wonder, okay, you can see the sentiment analysis is neutral. I would say probably the same, but you can see depending on the on what actually the AI picks up, you can have neutral or you can have negative, and I think you can have happy as well. But this was just kind of a basic example to get us just to kind of get us started and show you what else we have. I want to try another one with sentiment analysis. So I'm going to say, Jason, we have someone.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry, I think the next one is not. I'm not going to type it for you, but I'll tell you.
yeah,
It's not receiving emails from a sender. So
from a sender.
you can say maybe try an email address there. Not receiving emails from, I don't know,
Of
Jason
course.
at Microsoft.com or something.
Yes, thank you.
Okay. And don't worry about spelling either. The AI is an auto spelling check built in.
Yes, as you can see, my typing is not on top form
Mine
today.
too. Don't worry.
As
Mine is
someone,
really
as
good.
someone in our last one did help me see that as well. Okay, so it says, I understand you're having trouble receiving emails from Jason at Microsoft.com. Could you provide more details? Are you getting any error messages, or are the emails going to your spam folder? So I'm going to try and loop this in with a sentiment analysis and try and respond to the autopilot or to the AI with more of like a harsh tone. So I'm going to do this all in caps lock, say nothing is working. I have tried everything. And let's see what happens over here. Sorry to hear you're experiencing difficulties. To better assist you, could you please provide more details on the issue? For example, are you not receiving emails from Jason on all your devices or just a specific one? And are you able to receive emails from other senders? Firstly, I just want to show you within the tickets. Let's just refresh this. Interesting, it's showing me as neutral. Again, this is AI, so everything is still being really worked on. And of course, obviously, I can't control the sentiment, but we'll try and see if we could really, drive the point home. Let's see. I'm sorry to hear you're experiencing difficulties. To better assist you, could you provide more details? Not getting any emails from Jason or anyone else. I think we have an echo. Not getting emails from Jason or anyone else. Please help me ASAP.
Partnership. And by the way, I also want to mention before, I don't know if there is an endorsement like saying that.
Jason, I think maybe we have an echo. Yeah, there we go.
Sorry, say again.
Yeah, I think we
Bluetooth
had an echo.
connected.
So again,
Yeah,
just for
sorry.
no worries. For all of our participants to see, again, you can see here all of the checks are being done in the background. Again, really using the RMM side and the PSA side. So if you aren't using either one of those, again, just an encouragement to really get the full value out of Atera that you possibly can. Okay, so this is the response we got. I'm really sorry to hear you're not receiving emails. This can be frustrating. To help resolve this, can you confirm if you're able to send emails? Check your spam or junk folder. Okay, continuing doing all the troubleshooting. So if you can just imagine any of your techs or any of you guys having to go back and forth with a user or a customer on these kind of issues, of course it can be annoying as well for you. Somewhat, some of these issues are kind of basic, and if we can have the AI assistant solve this for you, I mean, that takes up a lot of time, or takes a lot of time away from you guys doing more of these tedious kind of tasks. I just want to have a look over here. Okay, great. So now you can see that the sentiment has changed, and now it is a sad or more of a negative sentiment. So that's great. Just for me to show you guys. Once you go into the ticket, of course, you can use our AI assistant as well within the ticket. I'm just going to show you what you can do here. You can have the summary of the ticket displayed as a paragraph or as a bulleted list. In this case, it's quite a small ticket, but let's say you have a ticket that's been going back and forth for a few days or a few weeks, and you want to just kind of have a snapshot of what's going on. This is a great way to do it. And from here, you can also see we have the diagnostics that were done, which is great. And then you can generate a solution for this, let's say for this ticket that's happened here, or generate a reply as well that you can send to the end user. You can copy and paste. So again, all of these different ways that we're using AI, I'm sure you guys can see how it helps you save time and makes you more efficient and makes you more productive. So these are just a couple of things over here. Perfect. I'm going to go back to our ticketing page. Jason, do you have another topic for us? Otherwise, I may have
I
one.
have another one. I have
Great.
one. The next one is I can't open a PDF file.
Can't, oops, let me change it back to can't open
There we
a.
go. Cool.
Great. Perfect. Let's try this one and see what we get. While this is loading, I'd love to see what all of you have been saying, how have you guys tried some of these scenarios by yourselves? Are you getting any interesting answers? Feel free to send that in the chat. Okay, let's see. Hello, Jay. I understand you're having trouble with a PDF. Could you provide me more details? Are you receiving any error messages? Could you let me know which program you're using? Okay, so I kind of have an idea of what I want to use, and we'll see how the AI responds to that. Let's say I'm an end user who really doesn't know anything about PDF technology. Okay, it says, I see, Jay, it seems like you might not have a program installed that can open PDF files. A commonly used program is Adobe Reader. Do you have this program installed on your Windows computer? If not, would you like assistance with installing it? So I'm going to say yes. Okay, so we'll see what we get out of this. Just for you guys to know, this I'm using a demo account. It's not fully connected to my laptop, which does have Adobe on it. So what may happen for, let's say, if you have a user that doesn't have Adobe Reader, it may offer them to download. That may be the next step. And again, this has got to do with the setup that you have over here in your service portal with the kind of software that you've made available for the end user that you've pre-accepted or pre-allowed, let's say. So I'll go back to my ticket for now. And now it's just guiding me through the process of downloading it. Again, like I said, if this was properly connected and maybe I didn't have the actual software downloaded, it would give an option to download it. But let's say I will say this was helpful and I will resolve the issue. And that closes successfully. Again, oops. Again, you would find that over here in your tickets. I will just move like this and refresh, and you'll see here this is been resolved. Great. I just want to take a minute and make sure everyone's good, everyone's following. Can give a thumbs up. You can put an emoji in the chat. Just make sure that you're all good. Seems so.
Okay, so
Yes.
we're going to try one from the audience.
Perfect.
Bear with
Let's
me.
try.
I like this one. We're going to have to play it now, so let's see. All my desktop icons just disappeared on me.
Perfect. Let's try this. Oh, desktop. Excuse me. I know this is a safe space and no one's judging my typing skills on demand. Great. I see we have also some emojis in the chat. Thanks, Saeed. Just making sure there's a thumbs up and everyone is doing well and following on. Also, I have multiple screens, so I'm sorry if you see me looking in different directions. I have different stuff open on all of them. So it says here, I'm sorry to hear you're having trouble with your desktop icons. Could you please tell me more about the issue? Did they disappear after a specific event or action? And can you check if they are hidden? You can do this part. So now it actually also gives us an exact action that we can take. You can do this by right-clicking on your desktop, selecting view, and then checking if show desktop icons is ticked. Again, something like, let's say, maybe simple for any of you guys or your technicians who are working on end users or customers, but it really then this will hopefully solve any issues for the end user or the customer who's opening up this ticket, and then can again allow you that time and energy and resources to work on other more complex and elaborate tasks. So let's see here. I will say that is not working. We'll see what we get just from the AI. Understand the initial solution didn't work. Could you please tell me if there were any changes you made to your system, for example, any software installations? And can you please let me know if you see any error messages? I can just continue with this. Jason, do you have anything that you think I should, which direction you think I should take, or do you think just continue and let's see what we get?
I mean, I think it's pretty like the showing of how it's working in terms of asking. These are the main things that you would want to ask the employees or the end users or your customers essentially first. So think of most of these examples as doing the initial work for you. So asking all these questions like, what did you see before? What happened before? And then these tickets are going to come to you with all of these questions filled in already. If they come to you at all, they're going to come to you with these questions filled in already. We can. I don't think we should carry on here because I think we're just going to. I think the value is seen. So maybe let's go to another example, which is, I see in the audience here, Mike Jones said that helped him fix a word shortcut. So maybe let's try something like my Microsoft Word shortcut isn't working. And let's see what it says.
Let's see what we get. I understand it's not working. Could you give me more details? Is this happening when you click on the shortcut from the desktop or start menu, or is there an error message? Okay, let's think.
Just say no. Just say it just doesn't open.
No, it doesn't open.
We're on the fly here now, so let's see
Yeah,
what solution
this
we
is
get.
not one I've seen, so it's great. I see Microsoft Word application
Let's
doesn't open. Can you tell me if there's any error messages? Have you tried opening it from the start menu in the search bar? So again, as Jason mentioned, asking like the really foundational questions that you need to ask the end user. So when they come to you, they've tried everything and it's really an escalated issue that needs to be done with an actual technician.
Yeah.
Yep, I think.
Yeah, I will say that I think you guys can see that it's probably what it's trying to figure out here. If maybe Microsoft Word was uninstalled, just the shortcut wasn't removed from the desktop, in which case it wouldn't open. But I think let's try one because we have a bank of solutions. I think we can try get. Let's try one that says I can't. No, let's try. I want to reset my Windows password.
Let's see, to reset my Windows password. Oh, whoops, I should have done this on a new one, but I will just close it so we have it as a separate ticket. Okay, let's see. I will say this is for a Microsoft account. Okay, let's see. Can you tell me if you have access to the recovery email or phone? Let's say yes. And I assume it would send me maybe a code or give me something to reset it. But let's see what happens. Again, as you see, the short time it loads. Great. So it really does give you kind of the steps to go and reset it yourself. I'm sure a lot of you in the chat could probably attest this. I'm sure this is probably a question you get asked a lot about resetting passwords. So hopefully this would take some kind of FAQs out of your hands and into the Atera AI system. Again, just to remind you guys, all of these do create a ticket and you can actually have that set up as you wish, but you'll see that all of this should be, I'm just going to reload. You would see that this would create a new ticket over here, this Windows reset password. Something that I do want to show you guys, and again, it depends on the AI. So I know that I have a ticket in here that I can use, but it could definitely work if we had done this through the autopilot or the end user. But just as an example, let me find the slow server ticket that I wanted to use. Hold on. Oh. Where is it? I will be able to find it in a minute. Okay, I can't find it right now, but I will hopefully find it. Let's just see. Hold on. Something that I want to show you guys is that, for instance, with the AI assistant, with the co-pilot, what you can do is if a ticket, let's say, or is escalated, obviously, like I mentioned here, you can generate a solution, you can generate a reply. Depending also on the nature of the ticket, you can also have the option to generate a script. And I have a ticket that shows that, but for some reason now I can't find it. So hopefully I'll be able to find it. If not, I'll come back and show it to you guys. But it was just a nice example of showing you how the flow here, this one, how the flow would be. Let's say you've escalated, or the ticket was automatically escalated from the autopilot to the co-pilot, and we click into the AI assistant, and again, you get your summary. You can choose it as a paragraph or as a bulleted list. Let's say you want check information, you can generate a solution. And then here as well, you can generate a script. And I believe that we showed this to you as well in our last session. And I know Jason showed it in the previous webinars before, but here you see it automatically creates that script for you. The AI takes the information, creates a script, tells us what you want the script to do, gives it a name and a description, and then makes the actual script here, which you can edit. Just some things I will say on this. Of course, with any AI tool, not native to Atera, but any AI tool, I would always just say, test it before you run it, whether that's in a demo environment, on another laptop, another computer, anywhere. And again, obviously, you just want to look through it and make sure everything looks good. I mean, we really believe in our script generator. I've seen it a few times do really cool things. And I mean, a lot of you guys who are script experts can go in and look at it and make sure everything's fine. But again, you want to just check it before. And the other thing in terms of efficiency and giving you back some time as well is, if you think about, instead of having to come and write out this kind of script manually, the fact that it just creates it in seconds and all you have to do is come in and check the script. Again, if you think about that, that's maybe taking out 80 to 90% of the work for you, and you just need to come check it and then test it before you run it. So again, just creating that extra value for you guys and giving you a lot more time and freedom to focus on the more complicated tasks and requests from your end users or your customers. So I'll just go back to tickets for now, and I will go back to our AI over here, our AI assistant. I'm just thinking if there's anything else in terms of any other scenarios that we want to go through. Let's see, I'll do another one. I will ask to be added to a distribution list. Add me to whoops. Whoops. Let's see if I can try and get myself added to the HR distribution list at Atera. Okay, so this is something that would need to be obviously escalated. You can see here it says, as an AI IT technician, I don't have the ability to add users to email lists directly, and I recommend you reaching out to your HR department or the person in charge. Again, just to mention, this is from the, let's say, the internal IT department, so that's why it's saying an AIT technician. And again, this would need to be escalated because obviously it can't just add you there to the distribution list. Of course, when there's bigger things, let's say of more high value requests, the autopilot can't do it on its own, and it would need to have be escalated to the co-pilot or have a technician do that for themselves. If I went into, let's say, the Atera console, you'll see here we have the request, and that's when the technician can come in or whoever's in charge and do the following actions or whatever needs to be done. Perfect. So I will just say, go back to the AI assistant. Anything else in terms of, I'm trying to think, let's see if we have any questions in the chat.
I'm going to try something.
Go for it. I'll just.
No, Karen. I just want to see, because there wasn't a device that was linked to the account that we were using. Let me just try refresh the page for me for a second. And then let's try question, which one? Say I want to be removed from a distribution list. Let's see. It's still gonna be from. Never mind. I think that's about it. I think the values being proved. I know some of you guys have said that you've seen where it gives you options of flushing cache or flush DNS or change IP or reset printer. I think that's just, I think on our current platform, I think it's not linked to an actual device. That's why we're not seeing those actions available here. Can any of you guys say in your platforms, those who do have access to the AI, can you just let us know if you are seeing things when you do things like, I don't know, my internet is slow. Can you tell us if you do have like a little button that says, flush DNS or change DNS or something like that? Can anybody in the audience say that? That would be great. But I think in general, I think even without that bank of solutions that we have that will do actions for you, even now, I mean, the initial work is being done by the AI just by forms of questioning, asking the end user, what did you see before? What happened then? What happened then? And again, doing the initial steps, and in some cases, solving the steps for you. So yeah, I think from there, yeah, I think that's. I think we've shown. I don't think anybody answered me. Thanks, guys, for the support in the chat. But yeah, I think let's move on. Let's go to. I think let's just go to Q&A. You guys have the product manager here, Ellie.
Yes, that was my next thing. Let's go to Q&A.
Cool. So I'm going to put it on the screen, and then either Ellie or Meir or myself will answer, and I'm going to do it from the earliest, the first posted. So let's do this. Okay, that one we can do. Ellie, hey, how are you going? Okay, let's put this one up here. There we go. So I will read the question, and then I think Ellie, you can answer, or Mary can answer, whoever's first. Fastest finger first, fastest person raising the hand. What plan do you need for the AI assistant, and is it available for the MSP plans?
So the AI assistant is currently available for all tiers and all pricing plans, if I understand your questions correctly. And in case you see any problem, please let us know or contact your CSM and we will help you.
Yeah, I think I don't know, at the moment it's on every plan. going forward next year, you know, we'll need to see. But for now, everything is available for everybody. And yeah, I think that's good. Let's answer that. That's done. Okay, let's do the next one. Cool. Does the AI assistance show up when users use the chat function from the desktop icon? I think that's the system tray. Ellie, you want to take this one? Or me? I'll take it.
I can also take it. Oh no.
Okay,
Ellie can.
I'll take it. Okay.
Jason, can you take it?
I'll take it. Yeah, sure. So basically, it will link to the portal. So on the system tray, again, only for Microsoft Windows users, in the system tray, there'll be a little Atera icon. Or if you've whitelisted it on the user, end users will see your icon there. And there will be a link there to the customer portal or the service portal. And then that will link directly into the portal with the AI functionality. Okay, cool. But it won't show. So to your question, at the moment, no. In terms of the chat, when you have the chat function on the bottom there, it won't link to the AI there. You have to be in this customer service portal, and only then will you have access to the AI. Okay. Cool. Next question. Let's go here. Okay. Is AI adaptive? Is it learning from resolved issues? Can you take this one, Ellie, or do you need us to take it?
So currently, because we would like to keep the privacy of the users, so we are not learning from the data of the users, but we will improve the AI will improve over time using some methods and algorithms that we are adding to the AI. But we are not learning from the data of the users because we would like to keep the privacy of the users.
Perfect. Thank you. Let's go to, this is a nice one, an interesting one. Are there plans to integrate it with MS Teams? Ellie?
Yes, we are planning in 2024. We currently cannot commit on timeline, but in 2024 we are planning to have integration with Microsoft Teams. Definitely, that's a great feature to have. Thank you.
I think there's any more questions, guys? You still have some time left. If you have any other questions, don't have to be related to AI. Really, any other questions that you guys have, you guys are more than welcome to ask. I do see that a lot of you didn't have access. Please email us and we can give you access to AI Assistant, those who don't have it. I said put my email and Ellie's email there. Cool. If there's no more questions, guys, we'll give you guys a minute to ask any more questions. Okay, I don't think there is any. Mira, take it back, take it away.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Jason and Ellie. And thanks to all of you guys as well for those who had questions. Also, feel free while we're just wrapping up in the chat, if there's anything specific, maybe you have suggestions of what you would like the AI to do or to be able to do in terms of functionality. I mean, Teams is a great one. Feel free to also just put it in the chat so we know what people are interested in as well. I will wrap up in a second. If it will, I think, Jason, I need you to stop sharing so I can share if that's.
Sorry about that.
No worries. It seems like it's, there we go. Now I'm back in control. Okay, guys, so just kind of to wrap up on today's session, just some takeaways from our AIT workshop today. So AI is rapidly transforming the modern labor and technology landscape, as we can all see. As an innovative first company, Atera's AIT is a decade long in the making. As we mentioned on our last webinar, we had our first patent out, I think it was about in 2012 we started with moving towards AI and really developing it into the platform. So it's not just something that we've been doing overnight. We've really been seeing the value in it and really forecasting it for what we offer with in terms of IT. Our goal is to supercharge IT with AI's autonomous and supportive capabilities. As you've seen, we want to give you back time. We want to shorten, let's say, the response time on tickets and really make you guys more efficient and provide that 10x efficiency. For businesses, AI adoption is no longer a matter of if, but when. I heard something interesting recently when I think it was in what's it called in another webinar, or it was on a podcast about AI, and it was saying that AI is not going to be, or AI is not going to overtake people, let's say, within the workforce, but people who are able to adopt and harness AI will be able to take over those that don't. So again, AI, it's not a matter of if, but when. So the earlier you start and the earlier you get on the train, the better prepared you are. And again, early movers will benefit from this exponential boost in efficiency, accuracy, and productivity. And we hope that that's what you're finding with our AI. Again, this is just the beginning. This is just us starting. And as you can see, we've already got a lot to offer and we're already bringing that value. So I'm excited for you guys to see what's to come in 2024. And we hope you enjoyed today's session. If you have any other questions or comments, feel free to put it in the chat. I believe we do have another poll just to get some more insight and feedback from you guys, which we love and
we have
really
another
appreciate.
question. And we have
Great.
questions also. 2 more questions. So I think while you guys are doing the poll, we'll do 2 more questions, and I'll put that on the screen now. First one, if we are currently using email tickets, can we use the AI portal in addition? Miri, you want to take this one?
Go for it, Jason. You can take it.
Okay, I'll take this one. So basically, yes, you can. You can use both. They pretty much linked to each other. The only, obviously, if your end users or employees are using email, the only benefit that you're going to get is the Copilot feature within Atera, which is the inside where you can do the generator reply and generate response. They will obviously, they're not going to get a response. The AI is, obviously in the customer portal built in there. So yes, you can. Of course you can. No problems there at all. Cool. And then
I just want to add that we have a cool feature. When a user is sending an email, he will get an email back with a link to the assistant. So they can start the conversation with the assistants. And if you would like us to give you more training about this, you can contact your CSM and the CSM will help you. Or if you need my help, I will be happy to help you.
Cool. Thank you, Eli. Thank you. Okay, I think we have one last question, and I'm going to give this question to Meira to answer. I'm going to put you on the spot here.
Put me on the spot, Jason. Come on. How about them Atera hats? Guys, I promise you we brought this up and we're hoping that we're going to have a merch store coming soon. We love our Atera hats. I was actually going to wear one today, but it didn't fit with the rest of my hairstyle. But we do love the Atera hats, and hopefully, especially for those of you who come to the webinars frequently, we hope that that's something we can have a nice little community around, all of our common love of Atera hats. If more of you are interested, feel free to write that in the chat as well. We want to see how many people want our hats.
I heard in 2024 we're going to be going, just so you guys know, in 2024, I'm doing a bit of a plug here. In 2024, we're going to be doing a lot more conferences around the world. So if you guys are interested, just really keep your eyes peeled. We're going to be pretty much everywhere. I saw in South America, in Europe. We're going to be all over. And that's definitely where you'll be able to get hats, shirts, bags, everything will be at those events. So if I can't personally send you one, which I don't think I'll be able to, you can go to our events and then you'll be able to get them from there. Let's see, everyone's in for the hats. A nice logo, thank you. I like the logo, it's nice.
And Jeff is still anticipating a package that you were supposed to send. I believe it was about your hat, or someone definitely wanted your hat from the last session.
It was Jeff.
Sign and send that, Jason. Come on.
Jeff, don't worry, I got you covered. Don't worry. Cool. I think that's it. Let's stop sharing here. I think we're just going to do the survey, right, Mira? I think we're doing the survey and then wish everybody farewell. So I will launch the survey. I see Brian put a hat in the Q&A. Cool. Let's do this. Go. Cool. So you guys will see the survey. Please answer it. Really, we use this information for future webinars. So please answer and help us help you. Cool.
And I will also just say, everyone, thanks to all of you for attending. I'm sure a lot of you, like I said, have attended last week, have attended today, have attended a lot in the past. And thank you for coming and bringing your great energy. It really helps us also keep up our energy and make these sessions super, super enjoyable. We love speaking with you guys and hearing your feedback and getting interaction. So keep it up. Keep coming to our sessions and keep bringing the good vibes.
Thank you, guys. Have a good day. See you soon
Bye,
on the next
everybody.
webinar. Thanks, guys. Bye-bye.